All right, welcome back. Let's get right into it. We're going to talk today about not paying for storage, except I hope you're taking notes, in extreme circumstances. And I'm going to tell you why. I hope you're going to be taking notes. I got my notebook here. I hope you got your notebook. Because listen, I have told you before, I'm going to tell you again, these are all my experiences. Your experiences may be different, but these are the experiences that I had in the past. And these are things that I've learned along the way. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've helped a lot of people do the same thing. And this is what I've learned. So, when I was going through my downsizing period for the second time, the first time that I was downsizing, I did have a public storage unit. And let me just tell you, I'm not bashing the whole public storage unit. I'm just using them because they're popular, or CubeSmart, or whoever it is, because I think it's a great idea. I think it's genius because as Americans, we gather a lot of stuff. I mean, I wish I would have thought of that idea. I probably would not be doing these videos. But regardless, that's a whole industry of people keeping their stuff. I was caught up in it too. But the first time I did it, it's one of those things where you put stuff away and then you kind of set it and forget it, right? And I had stuff the first time around that was really not a lot of value. And it was probably, I don't remember what size it was, but it was pretty big. It was like, I don't know, an 8 by 10 unit. I really honestly don't remember what was in it. This was probably the first time, maybe 30 years ago. I'm in my young 60s. I know I don't look like it, but this was probably when I was in my early 30s. And I don't really remember what was in there, but I do remember it was probably cost me somewhere between $50 and $75 a month. Now, do the math on that on an annual basis, and I probably held that storage unit for at least 2 to 3 years. Now, I don't really remember what was in there, but I didn't let that stuff go. When I finally made the decision to get rid of that junk, which was a pain to go in there because those facilities are, if you've ever been in one, they're generally pretty secure. And I never had a problem with anybody trying to steal my stuff. So that wasn't the issue. But it was just the point that I completely forgot about it. And I think that that is a big deal for a lot of people. So let's fast forward. And this is 2014, right? So we've talked about this. And it's 2015. And I had certain things that I thought I wanted to keep. Well, so I'm going through a whole grieving process, right? So I don't, my brain is mush. I don't know really what I want to do. At this point in my life, I have this 2,500 square foot home. I need to take certain things with me to go into this apartment that I'm going to move into. But I also had other things that I thought I wanted to keep. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just going to put this stuff into storage. Knee-jerk reaction. I'm going to put this stuff into storage, and then I'm going to get it out when I, find another home that I'm going to buy or something else. But I really wasn't thinking the whole process through. Then somebody made a light bulb go off in my head, and it was a family member. And he said, why are you doing that? And I said, well, because, I bought this stuff. I really like it. And on and on and on, all these reasons why I needed to have that. And he said, okay, I'll give you an example. It was a desk and chair that I really liked, and it was a credenza. It was in my little office. And I really liked those things. Okay, how much did all that cost? And for round numbers, we'll just say a couple of $1,000, say $2,000. We're just using round numbers because I don't remember. $2,000. At that time, a storage unit was maybe $150 a month. And there's a lot of these places in Dallas. I mean, they're all over. You can't swing a cat without hitting one of these places. They are everywhere. If you've been to Dallas, I think they're everywhere all over the country. So $150 in 10 months. Think about it. At $150 in 10 months, you almost can pay for another one, right? Now, that does not include, and I didn't have a pickup truck at the time. Well, I might have. It doesn't really matter. But that doesn't include, if you don't have a pickup truck or transportation or whatever, then you need to pay for somebody to move it, right? You got to move it over there. And then when you're ready to go pick it up, then you got to move it back. That also doesn't include the deposit. And a lot of these places, they waive the deposit. It doesn't matter though, right? But the big deal is sometimes you forget about it. And it just becomes something like a Netflix subscription or a HelloFresh subscription. You put it on your credit card and you kind of forget about it. And it really bothered me for a little while, right? Because I thought, you know what, this is something that I really like, but I had to let it go. I had to let it go. And again, I am not knocking the whole storage industry thing because I think it's a great deal. But here's my ... on the whole storage thing. I think that I believe, and I have told this to clients because, I've told you I'm a real estate broker and I help people buy and sell houses. So it's no big secret here. But this is what I've learned and this is what I've told people. And I've helped people relocate across the country and in Dallas and out of Dallas. So this is what I've learned from them. And this is what I have learned in my own personal experience is you got to have a beginning date and an ending date with these things. And if you cannot do that, then you need to get rid of the stuff. And whether that be a garage sale, an estate sale, giving it away to an organization, which there are a tremendous amount of organizations in Dallas. There's churches, there's Salvation Army, there's Goodwill. There's all sorts of stuff here. There's all sorts of stuff, right? And that's my deal with the whole storage unit thing. I mean, if you watch cable TV, what is it called? Storage Wars? I mean, they make all these shows and these people bid on these storage units and they open them up. There's nothing but junk in them. Who's been paying for years and years? And then obviously they forgot about it and it got auctioned off. These people open these things up and there's nothing but junk in there. And it's just one of those things that I'm trying to help you think about what you're doing and think about what it is when you are in the downsizing process. This is where you got to think ahead, you got to plan ahead, and what is it that I have to have? What is it that I'm going to need? And what is it that I can replace? Listen, there's furniture stores all over the place. You can buy this stuff online now. When I was in my 50s, 10 years ago, I don't remember, maybe I just was out of it and I didn't know, but I don't remember being able to buy stuff online and having it delivered like you can now. Storing appliances, bad idea. I mean, if you move and you go through the post office and now they used to do this, I don't know if they've been doing this lately, but you used to get like 10-20% off coupons from Home Depot and Lowe's and some of the other places. You can buy new appliances. Sometimes it's better just to leave it, because if you store some of that stuff for too long, I've been told that the seals break. Listen, I've experienced all of that stuff, and my personal deal is it's a pain to drop that stuff off. It's a pain to pick it up, and it just adds more stress to your life. And I'm all about trying to simplify your life. I'm trying to help you here. So take some notes, I hope. I'm trying to simplify your life. I'm trying to make your life a little bit more peaceful, because downsizing, it's a big stressful process if you let it. But if you plan things out, this can be a very joyful time for you. And, if you're like I was, where you have gathered 20 years or more of stuff, it takes some time, you know. And the next time we're going to be talking about estate sales and garage sales and giving stuff away, because that's a whole nother monkey, to tell you the truth. And that's something you got to think about and be ready for. And that can be an emotional deal too. So I look forward to talking to you, and have a great one. Ciao.